I offer my humble pranams at the divine lotus feet of our dearest Bhagawan, Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Jai Sai Ram, everyone. My name's Lena Patel. I'm from Slough SAI Centre in Region 2. I wasn't born in a SAI family, and my journey to SAI didn't start till I was in my 20s. I had heard of Swami. My uncle is an ardent Sai devotee, and he would often share stories of Swami and his visits to Prashanti. We also had photos of Swami in our mandir. One year, we had lots of Vibhuti and Amrit appear in our mandir on all the photos. And Swami wrote, "With love, Baba," on our then wallpapered walls and in lots of books. Swami instructed us to have bhajans every Thursday, and 30 years on, bhajans are still carrying on. That was our calling card and the start of my journey to Sai. My sisters and I went to Prashanti for the first World Youth Conference. There was 12,000 delegates from 15 countries around the world. There were a lot of people there, and as we were coming towards the end of the conference, I said to Swami, "I would like one moment with you, Swami, something that I can take away with me." After that thought, the very next day, Swami picked a handful of us to have Pad Namaskar. I was fortunate enough to touch Swami's feet. And as I did so, the thought, "have faith," came in mind. Swami was telling me to have faith. The moment that I want to share with you is an incident that happened around the time I was giving birth to my first child. It was a Wednesday morning when I was taken into hospital. I was overdue, so they broke my waters and tried to start my labour. I was calmly walking around the hospital, waiting for something to happen. I was very calm, and I kept remembering that Swami had said, "have faith." By lunchtime, nothing had happened. I was sitting in a room, and they were constantly checking my blood pressure and my vitals. And I was reading a book about Swami. And an English nurse came in to check me over. And she saw the book and said, "Swami, I know him. I've been to Prashanti." I thanked Swami after for sending someone to look after us. We were waiting. Eventually, my blood pressure was getting quite high. I prayed to Swami and I said, "I know I have faith, Swami, but please make sure that the baby is going to be okay. And if possible, Swami, can she be born tomorrow when it's Thursday?" Fast forward to about 8-9 o'clock in the evening. Nothing had happened. My blood pressure was really high. Baby was getting distressed by now. So they said, "We're going to have to do an emergency cesarean." They took me into theatre. When we got to the theatre, there was lots of commotion going on. So I said to the nurse, "What's going on?" And the nurse said, "We have no water in the taps." Never in the history of this hospital has that happened before. No water in the taps. I thought, okay, this can only be Swami. Eventually, they had to get some water from their emergency supplies. They scrubbed up. The baby was born. And it was past midnight. So she was born on Thursday. Swami's fulfilled my wish. I was then wheeled into my room, a private room, which I hadn't asked for. And they took really good care of me. The lady who was in the room next to me, who had a similar room, popped her head round the next day and she said, "I'm leaving now, but I've been asked to pay for the room. I didn't ask to go in that room. Have you been charged?" And I said, "I don't know yet. We're not leaving just yet." The next day it was my time to leave. And the doctors gave us the all clear to go home. And I said to the nurse, "Is there any charges, any bills to be paid?" And she said, no bills. The Swami had taken care of that too. I want to leave you by saying that Swami says, in every situation, at all times, have faith in him and he will never leave you alone. Thank you for listening. Jai Sai Ram.